Hello everyone and welcome back to my Beyond the Gates 24 official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ashley lays into Andre for trying to kiss her. He apologizes profusely and she reminds him that she loves Derek, and he can't do it again. With that, Andre makes his way out. Derek rolls up saying he has been discharged. He grabs her and pulls her into his stage and passionately kisses her. With that, they engage in awkward converse before she busts him out. Nicole enters as Eva is trying to clean up Kat's regale. Nicole tells her to stand down and asks her to help find Sherry Carter from the feed. Eva promises to call the club and Nicole says they met many days prior. Further, the woman was fired and asked to leave the club. As they speak, Ted listens from the other room. Eva is in the other room calling about Sherry as Ted and Nicole converse. Eva enters saying the folks at the club are going to do their stylish to detect her. Just also, Andre arrives with the attestations from the fate. Eva offers to finalize her schedule for the coming day as she wants to stay around to see if they get a call back from the country club. Ted gets a call and heads to the other room. Left alone, Nicole asks Andre the real reason he came by the house. Andre prodigies if his aunt is trying to shrink him. She doesn't deny it and knows when he needs to talk commodity out. Andre says he allowed about kissing Ashley and explains what happened before in the evening. He says she was angry, and Nicole thinks she has every right to be worried. Andre doesn't understand what's going on in his head and why he's feeling this magnet to a woman who's in a long-term relationship. Nicole encourages her whoreson to stay for regale, but he's good to go. With that, Andre grabs his bag and lets himself out. Ted comes back in the room and tells Nicole to call off the hunt for Sherry. Nicole thinks it was a coexistence she came to work at her fate. Eva listens and as Ted explains he's upset Sherry wants further from Nicole. She agrees saying that's why she wants to find her. Ted thinks she needs to avoid someone who's so focused on her. He apologizes for coming on so strong as he only wants to cover her. A crapulous Dani awakens and finds her bottle of wine empty. She then freaks out trying to figure out how she's going to replace the wine she drank. Pamela shows up with the wine to replace what she drank. She asks what happened and Dani shows her the broken picture and says they've to get everything back where it was, so no bone knows she was there. Pamela gets snarky but Dani wants to concentrate on fixing the place back to normal. She pulls out a picture frame to fix what's broken. Pamela notes it was a good thing Dani disabled the cameras. She agrees and also decides to take a break as they've plenitude of time to whip the place back into shape. Bill and Hayley's limo traffic is all kinds of terrible when Bill makes a call to get them a police companion to a copter pad where they will be whisked home. Hayley is impressed and kisses her cherished. Bill and Hayley arrive in the foyer, and he wonders why the security law hasn't been set. Hayley heads to the other room and Bill suddenly hears her cry out. In the living room, Hayley says their marriage print wasn't in the same place she left it. Also she notes a deep scrape in the middle of the print. Bill sees it but tries to distract her by opening a bottle of wine. She thinks they're both tired and over saying everything. Before he can open it, Hayley notes the necrology that was on the original bottle is no longer there. They both agree commodity is surely out. After many seconds, they realize Dani broke in. Bill starts to go after her but Hayley says Dani is hers. Tyrell and Samantha arrive home and Smitty incontinently knows commodity is over. The kiddies are working at the kitchen table and Smitty asks what's up. They try to avoid the issue, and Samantha takes over saying she was asked out moment and was lowered when she had to turn him down because she can't date. Martin and Smitty offer to allow her to go out with the boy if they can supervise her. Smitty promises he and Martin will consider her request. Ashley wants Derek to stay with her until she believes he's ready to watch after himself. She says they're 2 times into their relationship and thinks they're in a good space. Derek agrees and Ashley asks him to let her show how thankful she's that he's staying with her. After a little kissy time, Ashley heists Derek a non-alcoholic beer. Derek thanks her for both the beer and her care. He also says he loves where they're with their relationship and loves her veritably important. With that, they begin to kiss. Dani is belting on plain water, which irks her. She tells Pamela how thankful she's for her friend's help and getting her out of there snappily. Pamela only asks if Bill and Hayley ever find out. She leaves her name out of it. Hayley arrives and says she wanted to be the first to know she and Bill are back in city after he cut their honeymoon short. She plays coy before grabbing a framed picture of Dani on a magazine cover and drops it on the ground. Hayley calls Dani a whine and says she knows she was there drinking her wine and broke a picture frame. She knows Dani envies her life with Bill and wants her to stay the hell down. Hayley says if Dani doesn't leave them alone, she'll get a restraining order against her. Dani denies everything, but Hayley is unmoved and tells her not to try her. With that, Hayley exits, leaving Dani annoyed she was set up out. Dani grabs her phone and tells someone it's that time again and they know where she is. Smitty announces Regale is ready. Before they move to the dining room, Smitty and Martin ask Tyrell what's going on. He lies, saying the pressure they felt was each about Samantha. Smitty wouldn't let up and Tyrell lies again, saying it's all about his issues with math. Martin, who also loves to sweep effects under the hairpiece, accepts his son's explanation and walks out of the room. Ted tells Eva how important Nicole values her time and fidelity. He tells her to back off from searching for Sherry. Eva agrees, but before she can make her exit, declines a call from her mama. Hayley returns home and tells Bill a bit about tearing Dani a new bone. She's thrilled she stood up for herself and Bill is ready to be done dealing with High's ex-wife. Andre arrives to see Dani and she pulls him in for a kiss. She snappily takes him to the lounge and mounts him. Andre snappily pulls back, and they sputter a bit about how distracted they are. They consider talking before falling into a cuddle. This includes showdowns between Kat and Eva and Hayley and Dani. Meanwhile, Andre wonders why he's suddenly attracted to unapproachable women, and Ted makes a stern request that Nicole has no time for. The Kat-Eva contest heats up. "That wasn't my idea," Eva said, most probably in answer to why she wore Kat's dress to Nicole's distinguished service event. Still, an irked Kat doesn't hold back. "Save it for someone who doesn't know what you are," she responds. It looks like Nicole might have to be the one to back up Eva's story, causing further drama between the youthful women. After Eva insists, "I don't want anything that belongs to you," Kat blasts back, "Please. Just my life and everything in it. These two aren't going to be musketeers anytime soon. Just stay until Kat hears that they might be sisters." Meanwhile, Andre turns to Nicole for support. Supposedly, he has an unforeseen case of being attracted to unapproachable women, with Ashley at the top of his list. Good thing his uncle has a psychiatrist for a woman. "I don't generally go for girls who formerly are attached, but where does that come from?" he asks Nicole. What words of wisdom will the good croaker have for Andre? Away, Hayley may be suffering from buyer's guilt when she tells her new hubby, "I can't do this. We weren't meant to be together. We should call this thing off." Is she serious, or is she simply venting? There's a bit of trouble in Ted and Nicole's world. "You need to let that go," states Ted counterfactually. If this has anything to do with Sherry Carter, also we understand why Ted is being so pertinacious. Still, his woman sure doesn't like what he has to say. Would you watch to explain why you're trying to tell me what to do? Perhaps Ted and Nicole's relationship isn't so perfect after all. Naomi may get a chance to go head-to-head with her father's establishment and she's feeling it. "I want this so bad I could taste it," the attorney placarded. She has had a hate-on for Bill ever since he destroyed their family. This could give some important demanded vengeance. Eventually, Hayley attempts to stand up to Dani, most probably after she and Bill return from their honeymoon beforehand, and catch an unasked guest passed out drunk on their lounge. "Don't try me again, Dani. You don't want to see what happens when you do." "Actually, we do, Hayley. We know there's further to this woman and we're ready for her to show everybody beyond the gates of Fairmont Crest."